This is the NearHub EC20. I'm going to walk you through an install, but wanted to talk about a couple features before we jump in. Adjustable armrests, a lumbar that scoots underneath your lower back as you lean back. It also has a headrest as well. Super sturdy materials, easy install, easy instructions. We also have a riser on the bottom with a gas bar that you can go up or down, and then you can also lock in place the tilt as well. Okay, so we've got everything unboxed, and just to kind of go over everything, you've got your base here, you've got your mount, there's the wheels. This is basically the gas hydraulic. It is covered in plastic because it has grease on it, so you want to make sure that you keep that plastic on until you're ready to put it in. You've got your two armrests, you've got the actual seat itself, you have, this is the backrest, the backrest, the seat, and then the headrest up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put it all together. I may stop and start the recording just based on what step we're on and just tell you step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. And then once we're done putting it all together, I'll kind of explain some of the things that I liked about the install, things that were a little bit frustrating or different things like that. And we'll go through that. Okay, so talking about the install, there's some things I really like. So all of the screws have the same, basically Allen wrench head at the top, right? The same size. So they've also sent you with an additional screw for each part. So if you lose one, break one, strip one, you can kind of get it out and then put it back in. So really grateful for that. So the other thing with the install, I would recommend using a drill to get everything started all the way until you're going to do the final tightening. Then you could use an Allen wrench to tighten those, or a hex screw, whatever you're going to use. You could use a drill all the way through. That's what I did. The other thing that I would pay attention to is when you're putting on the armrest, they are labeled right and left, but you just want to make sure that the buttons are in the front, so whoever's sitting in the chair has access to the armrest to go up or down. So as far as that goes, everything is very simple. 8 easy steps. There's pictures. Everything is labeled. All of the screws that you're going to use are labeled by number, and so you use them in different order, but they're all in the same individual pack. Again, they come with extras. So let's jump in after the install and actually show you some images and talk about the daily use of what this chair looks like in an office. So I want to give you some close-up details and more information about the NearHub EC20. So there's a lot of customizable things on the chair itself. We'll talk about the mesh and the make here in just a second. So it supports people up to 6'5" or 400 pounds or both. One of the things that I didn't notice before when we did the unboxing is this kind of double adjustable headrest. And so you can adjust the tilt on the top part of the rest, but then also here the entire headrest here. So if you're back a little bit, you have this. So again, these are both adjustable, so you can go forward and backward with both of these. The lumbar support we showed you earlier when we did the unboxing, but getting a close-up look, right? So this is actually separate. So you can see that there's a spring right in here if I get the right light. And so when you lean this back, the lumbar actually goes forward and supports your back. So we talked about the base, putting everything together. You've got the air pin here to go up and down. You can lock the tilt. The wheels and the base I didn't go into a ton of details. So you've got the double wheel here. It works on carpet, it works on linoleum, it works on tile, it works on wood. So I've been using it at home as a home office chair, but it also works really well on those kind of plastic covering mats that you have on the carpet. Our house has a thicker carpet and padding underneath, and so we have one of those there to slide back and forth. And you can see that all of the wheels have the double wheel there. The thing I like also too is the mesh, right? So instead of actually sitting on a cushion or something like that, you've got empty space. You can see me pushing up below the mesh, and so it's actually you're sitting on the mesh. There's not a foam, there's not a pad or anything like that underneath, and so you get this really kind of floating feeling, and that's all the way up, right? So that's all the way up to the headrest, the back, the lumbar, and the bottom. And then we mentioned this earlier, right? But you've got these adjustable armrests here that go up or down. And so it's really, really well built. You saw me put it together. As far as the total chair goes, this is something I'm actually going to replace my law desk chair with. I'm just going to kind of give you some final looks, walk around all the way around. You can see everything here.